Hello, everybody. My name's Josh. No relation. Thanks for coming. So nice to be out. I was okay during lockdown, to tell you the truth. I'm quite lucky, right? I've got a dog. He's a good dog. He's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Don't judge. I walk in with my shirt on. But no trousers. Just how I do it. He's a good dog, right? But bless him, he's scared of the Hoover. My dog is scared of the Hoover. Like, every time I get the Hoover out, my dog panics. But I suppose it's understandable. Like, imagine it from his point of view. Like, to us as humans, we know it's a Hoover, don't we? But to him, it's just a noisy robot that keeps attacking his owner's dick. It's a Henry. I like the eye contact. What can I say? It's powerful. Very much. Straight to the mains. Bagless. Both of us now, actually. That's not my disability, by the way. No scrotum. Imagine that. I'm visually impaired. That's my thing. I've got my eyes are fucked, to put it. But it's a hard thing to understand because we know blindness, we know what that is. But partial sight, it's harder to understand. People try and relate to it. They're like, oh, you know, I'm blind without my glasses. It's not the same, is it? Because you can fix that. I'm blind without my glasses. That's like going to a bloke sleeping in a doorway and being like, yeah, I'm homeless without my house keys. It's not really the same, is it? Do you know what I mean? So that's my thing, right? But that doesn't stop my wife diagnosing me with other conditions, which she has no knowledge of whatsoever. Today, she kept telling me, like, I've got ADHD. That's what she keeps saying. Just, you've got ADHD, you have. That's a very arrogant thing to tell somebody they've got, innit, ADHD. Like, break that down for a second. Like, you've told me a story. I've lost interest in that story. And your first thought is that I must have some kind of psychological disorder. Like, can we maybe work on your storytelling skills before we go to putting me on medication? Just as an idea, like, let's try that first. I said that to her. Big mistake, she not have said that. Massive argument. Didn't even resolve it because I started watching YouTube videos halfway through it, so that's still going on. So not being able to see great, it can kind of... I make mistakes around the house. The worst mistake I've ever made in our marriage, right? My wife's favourite dinner is beef stew in the slow cooker. That's her favourite dinner. Very exotic woman. Beef stew in the slow cooker, right? One day, she puts this beef stew in the slow cooker. She goes out to work. She texts me at lunchtime saying, can't wait for this beef stew. Really looking forward to it. Gets in, 5 o'clock in the evening, rubbing her hands together. Can't wait for this beef stew. Been looking forward to it all day. What neither of us realised was that at about 12 o'clock that day, I'd accidentally unplugged the slow cooker so that I could plug in Alexa to ask how old Ronan Keating is. She was furious. She was like, what were you thinking? I was like, I don't know, late 30s, early 40s, I don't know. He's 46, I've got to tell people. It's when I try and help. That's when things go wrong for me in my life. When I try and be a good person, it goes wrong. I was getting the train recently. I had to get the train from Coventry down to London. I was early. The train was early. I thought I'd get on it, right? There's one other guy on there. Now, this guy's blind. He's got no vision at all. Now, you'd think, what are the chances two people that can't see on the train together? But actually, if you can't see, you get to things early. That's just how it works. Just a learning, right? And this guy, I go past him, he kind of senses me. He goes, mate, I don't know where the toilet is. Can you show me where the toilet is? I don't know where to go. Like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he puts his hand on my shoulder. I walk him down to the toilet. It's one of those, you know, like the curvy, like bread bin, like blind date toilets. You know the ones? So I usher him inside. He immediately starts taking down his trousers and pants. Now, this guy's blind, so he doesn't stand up and piss. He sits down. It's easy for him. What he doesn't know is, though, the door hasn't closed behind him. Now, what can I do in that situation? I don't want to go in and press the button for him because I'll be trapped in there with him. I don't want to walk off and leave him because he won't be able to get back to his seat. So I just have to stand there. People now start getting on the train. Now, bear in mind, they haven't seen the first bit. They don't know that he can't see. To them, it looks like I'm watching a guy shit and that he is completely fine with it. Never help anybody. That's my message. Never help anybody. How you feeling about COVID? You feeling all right? With a minute to go, going into the COVID stuff, yeah. How you feeling about COVID, all right? Yes, but don't care as much as we used to, do we? It reminds me, remember when Big Brother moved on to Channel 5? Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's still going on, but nah. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I kind of tapped out of the COVID data quite early doors. Like, I wanted to keep up with it. But the problem is, I'm in a WhatsApp group with blokes, right? And they do not behave properly in WhatsApp groups. During lockdown 1, I get a graph sent to me. I thought, perfect. I can click on this graph. It will tell me everything I need to know about COVID, how to keep my family safe. Perfect. I click on it. I hear this noise. Anybody been got with that? Why are we doing that to each other? Why would we do... I feel like this is the first global disaster that's had pranks in it. Do you know what I mean? I can't imagine the soldier back in World War I on the front line sending a telegram back to his childhood sweetheart back in England. She's on the front porch every day for 6 weeks, waiting for the postman to arrive. Eventually, he cycles up the Leaf English Lane, hands over the telegram, she opens it, and it's that massive black guy with his cock out. You got me, fair play, did not see that one coming. That's my time, thank you very much, take care, everyone.